Hello everybody, this is the Twins of Destruction back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a theory that I've heard all over the internet about Assassin's Creed, and that is going to be time manipulation or time travel, but not in the Animus way, more or less in the real life way, as in changing the past. So we're going to start by talking about the messages which started this whole questioning about time travel, and is the Isu Temple. I made a video about these messages, but not really time travel in general. So I'm going to link those below if you want to learn more about those messages. But this first message is this.
Your animus is different, as is the mind that imagined it. It could escape the code. It could do that leap and make possible a decision that defies the order of things that are.
I've read theories which states that this means time manipulation will be happening, which, if you don't really, it's just time travel, but the Animus is time travel, but you can't change anything. The theories I'm reading are saying that Layla is going to go back in time and actually change the past, but I disagree, because I don't think they're going to be changing the past, because my first reason is because whatever they do will create a paradox, as in changing the future. A paradox is that if you time travel and you change something that has already happened, you will change the future, also known as the butterfly effect. So it's completely theoretical, but here's an example of something that will not happen, but it's just a completely theoretical example to explain a paradox. If you were to go back in time and stop Ezio's family from being killed, then he would never go on the revenge quest that would eventually lead to his great realization and changes of the Brotherhood, which eventually led to the modern day, basically modern age Brotherhood, which changed Europe immensely. So if his family had never been killed, he never would have went on that quest, never would have changed the Brotherhood, never would have made the changes necessary, and maybe the Templars would have had an upper hand. Maybe this could have happened. Maybe what? Who knows what could happen? There's an infinite amount of opportunities that could happen, and that is all because of a paradox. So if you watch any time travel shows, they always try to keep things the same as they were so they don't change the future. I think that they will be looking into the future. The voice says also,
it could escape the code. It could do that leap.
I think what he means is that she will be able to witness the future despite previous messages claiming humans cannot read the code. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be time manipulation. I think people just automatically assumed that it was going to be talking about the past, but why not the future? It makes more sense that way, at least in my head, because why would they want to change the past whenever multiple times in these messages they're talking about an oncoming doomsday, an oncoming disaster. So if Layla can have an edge and actually see multiple outcomes of what's going to happen, wouldn't that give her an advantage? Here's another message that I'm going to be playing from the tombs.
There are parts of time we preferred you to remain blind to. It was a necessity. We have 6 senses, you have 5. Can you guess the one missing?
Are they talking about the Animus or her mind that can escape the code? Maybe Layla has Isu DNA but doesn't know how to use Eagle Vision, which very well could be an extension of reading the code. Like they said, you have 5, we have 6. And throughout the series we've all known that the 6th sense is Eagle Vision. So maybe Eagle Vision that we know actually has a lot more to it. The code is the ability to read the numbers. This has been referenced multiple times throughout the Assassin's Creed series. It's been known as the Nexus, which is where they read the code, really. The Nexus is where Connor went in the when he was in the Crystal Ball. The Nexus was with Minerva and Jupiter in Revelations with Desmond and Ezio. The code is just the ability to read the numbers and witness potential futures. An example of them using the code is Minerva telling Desmond what will happen if he doesn't let Juno escape the vault at the end of Assassin's Creed 3. He gives him a detailed explanation of how the following years will come and how they will treat Desmond as a martyr once he dies, and basically restart the idea of Assassins and Templars. Obviously, this does not happen because Desmond has decided to go with the route of letting Juno free. I think that Layla will end up learning how to read the code and use it to her advantage against whatever threat is coming, as stated in the other Isu messages. She would be able to see many futures to help present day come up with a better outcome. Another reason why I don't believe that time manipulation will be a thing is not only will it retcon the entire game series, but usually Ubisoft tries to make these games relate to actual science and make it believable, because genetic viewing is actually somewhat possible. So it's not like they just pulled a rabbit out of a hat and came up with this idea off the top of their head. So if they went through time manipulation, that would almost seem out of nowhere and almost out of place. And because they already introduced the idea of reading the code to see possible futures, hence Assassin's Creed 2, 3, whenever Juno and Minerva and Jupiter talked to all the protagonists, why would they change that with time manipulation? Don't you think they would just continue with the road of reading the code? Like, all of a sudden they introduced this new method of time manipulation. Lastly, I think that if they are actually going to do this time manipulation thing, which I don't think they're going to do, but if they would, then why can Layla do it? Why not the Isu scientists who were brilliant inventors and creators? If they could manipulate time, don't you think they would have went back and tried more than once to prevent the Toba catastrophe, which destroyed their entire race? As seen in these messages, they survived the Toba catastrophe, obviously not enough to rebuild their race, but enough to create messages for the future. If they were able to manipulate time, why wouldn't they? Why would Layla be the only one able to? That just almost doesn't make any sense, because she's just... It would make more sense for her to be able to read the future, not change the past. Again, this is all speculation. I really want to know what you guys think about all this. And if you do have a different or opposing view, please put it in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to stick around, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. And like I said, I'm going to be linking the other Isu message videos below, so you can view those and get a better view of what I think is going to be happening with the Isu in the future of Assassin's Creed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.